Hello and welcome back to Utah Trikes. I'm Harold and today we're going to be going in depth on the newest trike from Catrike. We already made a first look video where we cover the basics of this trike, but today we want to compare the MAX to its closest relative, the Villager, and see what changes have come for this new model. If you aren't in the loop, the Catrike MAX is the new heavy-duty trike with a 425-pound weight limit by Catrike. If you want to know more, make sure to check out our first look of the Catrike MAX video. A link will be in the description and at the top right corner of the video. From a distance, you may look at the MAX and mistake it for a Villager. That's because they are very similar trikes. The MAX is based off of the Villager's frame and design, so they share a lot of similar characteristics, such as they are both taller touring trikes with an emphasis on comfort. They are built with higher and more upright seating and share a similar frame shape. The Villager and the MAX share many of the same features found in the Catrike family. Some of these standards include the two-piece handlebars, which are adorned with foam grips and foam padded wrist rests. On the seat, you have the same hinge setup with the same range of movement on the backrest. The seat also has a folding design that allows it to lay all the way forward with the adjusters released. It's not a whole folding frame like the Dumont 559 or Trail, but enough for convenient storing and easier transportation. The pedals that come on the MAX and the Villager are the same as well. Decked out with the standard Catrike SPD well-go pedals, they are the Catrike standard for a reason, providing a high-quality metal pedal with regular and riding shoe capability. Both trikes also have the same BB7 disc brakes that are standard in all Catrike models, a tried and true brake that doesn't need an upgrade with the MAX. The brakes are paired with the Catrike branded locking levers that make it easy to keep your trike from rolling away. They operate easily by pulling the lever and pushing in the locking pin. They release even easier by simply giving the brake lever a little squeeze. For all tall and short riders, the MAX and Villager have an extreme range of 39 to 46 inches with their adjustable boom. The MAX utilizes the standard Catrike boom, allowing for a consistent high range across all of their trikes. Both of these trikes also have the boom quick release, which is at a clamp at the base of the boom that lets you easily adjust your boom taller or shorter without the need for any tools. If you're outside of this extreme range, fear not. There are boom extensions through Catrike that are compatible with the new Catrike MAX that is able to be adjusted to anybody past that. And if you're shorter, there are a few ways we can shorten your boom to get you into a trike. The Catrike boom features their patented peace sign aluminum extrusion that keep the weight down and the strength up. On the front of the boom, there is a derailleur post and accessory mount, which is great for mounting a headlight. Along with all the other staying Catrike features, we have the Catrike sensor mount on both trikes that allows you to install any sort of magnet-style speed sensor easily, as well as some other small features like a flag mount on the rear and a rear fender to keep you from flinging mud or debris. But these two trikes are not the same. These two are more like sisters rather than twins. The most apparent difference is the price of these trikes. The Villager is the least expensive of the two, coming in at $2,950. Whereas the MAX is a little more expensive at $3,350. Even though they share a lot of features, we will highlight their differences and explain why there is this $400 price difference. First off, you notice that the cruciform on the MAX, although similar in style, is a lot wider and thicker than its Villager counterpart. This is one of the design choices that supports the MAX's higher weight capacity and makes it better suited for bigger riders. This wider cruciform also increases the wheel track. On the Catrike MAX, the wheel track is 34 inches compared to the Villager's 31 inches. With the MAX's wider wheel track, it leaves more room for the seat. The Villager comes with the standard Catrike seat, which is a 14-inch wide mesh padded seat. The MAX, on the other hand, has a new 16-inch wide seat, providing a roomier and more comfortable riding experience. The 2-inch difference on the MAX's seat is a major improvement. The wider seat feels like a couch cushion, making your leisurely trike rides feel that much better. Along with being wider, the seat is also deeper, with a seat depth of 14 inches compared to the Villager's 12.5 inches, providing complete horizontal support to make sure all that are big and tall have a place to rest their buns. On each wheel of the Catrike MAX, there are wider rims. The rims on the Catrike Villager measure out to 25 millimeters, and the MAX's rims are bigger by half a centimeter with a total of 30 millimeters, providing more strength and stability. Atop these rims are the 20 by 2 inch Schwalbe Big Apple tires. The Big Apples are a classic wider tire that is a common tire that many Catrike owners choose to fit on their trike over the stock marathon racers. Coming with Schwalbe's Kevlar guard, they are puncture resistant and super durable. They also are engineered with built-in suspension, which absorbs the small bumps in the road, making for a smooth and comfortable ride. The Villager comes with the Catrike standard Schwalbe Marathon Racer tires, a classic tire that on the stock configuration are 1.5 inches wide with 20-inch diameter. This tire also features the Schwalbe Kevlar guard, providing great puncture protection. These are our most popular tires by far. The Racers are a tried and true tire that have amazing traction and speed. You can't go wrong with the Trike staple. Both of these tires are great, but personally we here love the Big Apple for its elevated traction and internal suspension. It's a tire that brings the comfort and stability of your ride up to the next level. While all Catrikes currently include the same 20mm quick release through axles in the front, the MAX is just the second Catrike with the 20-inch rear wheel to use a rear through axle, the other being the now discontinued Yola. Catrike has made the switch on their large wheel trikes, but the other 20-inch models use a standard quick release axle with vertical dropouts. The through axle system goes to the frame and provides a secure attachment with potentially less flex than a quick release. The downside is the fact that its removal requires tools instead of the toolless quick release system on the Villager, and installing a hub like the NVLO requires using adapters. A quick release is nice and convenient, allows for simple wheel removal, making tire maintenance a breeze, no tools needed. Quick releases are great, but with innovation in through axle technology, many more bike manufacturers are leaning towards through axle hubs. Catrike has been offering the 3x10 gearing setup on their trikes as standard equipment for a while. The FSA Gossamer Pro triple crank is a quality component with 30, 39, and 52 tooth chainrings up front. Combined with the SRAM GX derailleur and a 10-speed 11 to 36 tooth cassette in the rear, the 30-speed gearing provides a very nice, wide, and usable gear range. On the MAX, Catrike again borrowed from the Yola and went with a 1x11 gearing system. This is the same gearing that is included on the Catrike ECAT builds. With a single 42-tooth FSA Omega Megatooth crank in the front and a SRAM Apex 11 to 42 tooth cassette in the rear, there is a wide gear range and still plenty of low gearing. If you are upgrading to a motor, that's where the 1x11 gearing makes a lot of sense. A mid-drive motor will replace the crankset at the front of the trike, having you rely on the rear gearing much more. With an 11-speed in the rear over a 10-speed, you will end up having more gear range on the MAX than a Villager without losing any front gearing. With the Villager's 3x10 gear range, it will allow you to reach a higher top speed with lower cadence. With a lot more gears, that leaves a lot more options for your riding pace. It will also give you an easier time tackling steep inclines. The MAX may have a smaller gear range, but it also makes up for it with the 11-speed gearing in the rear. The more simple gearing on this trike allows you to ride more casually without fumbling through gears. The simple construction means less complicated things to go wrong on your rides. With or without the motor, the 1x11 setup is more than enough gear range to get around town comfortably. It shifts fast and rides smoothly on roads and trails. In conjunction with the gearing of the derailleurs between these two trikes, there isn't much of a noticeable performance difference here, but the setups are a little different. Each of the Trikes have derailleurs to reflect the gear range that is installed on them. Like on the Villager, there's a SRAM GX 10-speed in the rear and a microshift triple in the front. And on the Max, there is no derailleur in the front because there's no need to shift with only one gear, and includes a SRAM Apex 11-speed in the rear. And the Max also comes stock with a new addition to Catrike's accessory line. Unlike the Villager, it replaces the mirror mount with the new exit assist bars. These new assist bars are a great addition with a curved design that takes the bar out and away from your hands, so they don't become an obstacle while riding. And with this new positioning, it makes them a great help to entering or exiting your trike by providing handholds to push yourself in and out of your seat comfortably. The Catrike Villager doesn't have any such options that come stock. Where the exit assist bars would be, there is a mirror mount in front of the left handlebar, a nice little mount for the stock Miracle mirrors, and any other additions you can fit on there. But other than that, it's not much use. Even though the Max doesn't have a mirror mount, the exit assist bars both have space to mount a mirror on the top, and still comes with a Miracle mirror stock, and can be mounted on either of the exit assist bars. With all of that, the overall weight of the Max is a little bit more than the Villager, coming in at 40 pounds for the Max and 34 pounds for the Villager. But compared to many of the other trike brands that we offer, it is by no means a heavy trike. But now, probably the most important and glaring difference of the two is their weight capacities. The Villager can hold a respectable 275 pounds, including rider and gear, but then the Max comes in hitting way above its weight class with a substantially increased capacity by 425 pounds, making the Catrike MAX the most heavy-duty trike that we sell. Enough about the physical features. How do they compare in a ride? I wanted to get another opinion on these trikes, so I got a guest to come join me on a ride to get a different perspective. So let's get going.
That was a good ride, huh, Harold?
Yeah, man, I loved it.
What do you think about the Max?
Well, right off the bat, I noticed how easy it was to get in and out of the trike due to the wider wheel track, the exit assist bars, and the seat height. When I was stepping into the track, the wheels were far enough apart where there was a lot more footroom to get myself situated. The exit bars gave me a really nice handhold to lower myself into the seat, and when getting out, I could pull myself out a lot easier. And then finally, that seat height being that much taller was like sitting down in a normal chair, not putting me too close to the ground.
I noticed that too. The wider cockpit allowed for easier mobility getting in and out of the trike. And those exit bars are really nice to pull yourself up with. The Villager doesn't come stock with anything like that. It makes it a little more difficult to get in and out of. But for me, the frame is still pretty high, and the seat height really helps, and it's not that big of a problem for me.
Cool.
I don't have as big of a problem standing up or sitting down, but the seat height makes that a lot easier than other trikes. The thinner design of it also just feels a lot more nimble. The wider design of the Max is nice, but I'm a big fan of the tighter turning and thinner wheels of the Villager. It makes it feel easier to turn and much more responsive.
It is more limber than the Max, that's for sure, but that comes at the expense of the higher stability the Max has. The wider frame of the Max feels a lot more planted, especially at high speeds. The wider wheels add to this too. The traction is a noticeable upgrade with these Big Apple tires, and they add a lot of comfort. On that note, the Max is also just a lot comfier, especially for me, being a bigger guy. The skinnier design of the Villager gets uncomfortable, especially after longer rides. The Max's seat feels a lot like a couch cushion on wheels, and the wider cockpit gives me the room I need to have a relaxing ride.
And you know, I can't deny that. the Max really does feel like a real lounging vehicle. The roomy nature of the cockpit is instantly noticeable by how much room it gives your elbows. My arms aren't tucked to my sides while riding the Max like it is on the Villager, and there's a lot more wiggle room for a more relaxed ride.
For sure.
But at times, the width is a little much for my skinnier frame. The longer I rode, the more I noticed how much heavier the steering was and started to tire my arms out. It also started to feel like I was being swallowed by this big seat, to be honest. Like, for most people, that wouldn't be a problem, but for my riding style, the tighter cockpit of the Villager is more my speed.
For sure.
I feel one with the Trike and just a lot more aerodynamic.
That's how you want to feel.
For a bigger person, the Max's wider seat seems like a great advantage, but for my smaller frame, it's a little more than what I need.
Yeah, it was the opposite for me there. The Villager's cockpit was just too tight for it to be comfortable. The Max really satisfies the need for more riding room. One thing I do enjoy more on the Villager is the higher gear range. On the Max, the ride feels a lot more comfortable with the wider cockpit and the light suspension in the Big Apple tires. Makes riding on even roads a breeze. But the Villager's larger gear range makes my pedaling effort go a lot farther. As I pedaled on the Villager, it was more intuitive to get to my comfortable speed with the expanded front gearing setup. The Villager's expanded range helped me keep up in my cadence in many different situations.
Yeah, I agree. The Villager's expanded gear range makes it a lot easier to keep your speed without exerting too much energy, as you might need for the Max. On a few hills that we have over here, I also noticed that it was a little easier to climb up them with the Villager. But on the other hand, you can make the argument that the Max's single-speed front end is all the casual rider really needs. Without the front derailleur, it makes the whole gearing system less complicated, which is less tuning and less things that can malfunction.
Exactly. Neither trike fully had a head up over the other, and both were able to do everything we threw at them. After riding them, it is obvious that they are built for different types of riders and serve different purposes. I felt a lot more comfortable on the Max as opposed to the Villager, due to the amount of added room, and that's really enough to sell it for me. Aside from the difference in width, pretty much everything we compared can be addressed by adding accessories to fit your riding style better. If you're interested in learning about ways to improve your trike's riding experience and accessories that can help, stay tuned. We will be covering upgrades and accessories in the future video, so stay tuned. Thank you for your help today, Davey. Your input is greatly appreciated.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. I hope this video was able to help inform you guys out there on which trike might fit you better. Both the Villager and Max are very comfortable and practical. We are excited to see this new option from Catrike, and we hope you are too. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment about what you think about the Villager and the Max. Did you notice anything that we may have missed? Let us know. Stay tuned for our next video, and in the meantime, remember to relax, spin fast, and ride trikes. Bye, guys. Physical features, Dave.
That was a good ride, huh, Harold?
Yes.
Okay.
Come join me on a ride to get a different perspective. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your help today.
Davey.
Dude, the Croc riding shoes, man. Crocs for life. Crocs for life. Ducks. That's the duck.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. That was a good ride. Okay. What? I cut off the sentence too early. I'm so sorry.
And those skinny.
The skinnier wheels. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Ooh.
Don't look at me, Davey. Look me in the eyes.
The thinner design. The thinner. Talking about ham boning.